With several questions on different topics right now. Cybersecurity. You've been increasing efforts recently to monitor cyber crimes. Can you tell us what you're doing to stay on top of this?
Cyber crimes come in many forms. Some of them are old frauds that we know about, just cyber enabled. Some of them are new. We formed a cyber group in our enforcement division. These are people who have expertise in the dark web, expertise in understanding hacking. Hacking, taking information, using it to trade on. This is an area we're focused on. I don't want to give away too many of our investigative secrets, but we have people dedicated.
Are you beefing up the department that handles this? I mean, obviously this is a major issue. We've had issues about how timely companies need to be in reporting cyber violations, for example. Are you going to give more careful guidance on when companies are required to tell us about when they've had breaches?
So in the area of disclosure, we did come out recently with guidance for public companies on how to look at a cyber incident and how to assess whether disclosure should be made. I've said generally, since I started in this job, that the level of disclosure in the market, both as a general matter about cyber risk and of specific incidents, is not where I would like to see it. I think it's been improving. I think the public has a better sense of how cyber dependent we are, and therefore the level of cyber risk, but I'd like to see more.
Let me move on and talk about the bond market. There was a equity market committee to look into the equity structure, market structure of the stock market that was under your predecessor. You have a new committee to look into the bond market structure. One of the things that's amazing to me watching this for so many years is while stocks have essentially moved to an electronic trading model, the bond market has not. There are efforts to do so and it's moving, but it's very slow. But you know, most of this is done over the counter. What would you like to see changed in the way bonds are traded and how it might impact investors?
Well, let me say this. I don't think it's for me to decide what I would like to see, but what we are seeing is increased electronification. And our job is, as trading changes, to make sure that trading is efficient, that it's transparent, and that our markets are resilient. And we formed the FIMSAC, the Fixed Income Market Structure Advisory Committee, because as this electronification is coming to the fixed income market, we want to make sure that our regulations are keeping up with it, and that we're getting those results. Right? And we did this in the equity market. I mean, today's equity market is much more efficient than the equity market of 20 years ago. Is there room for improvement? There always is, and we're looking at it. But I want to make sure the same thing happens in the bond market.
Let me go to the stock market because this is an issue we debate here at CNBC all the time, and that relates to the fragmentation of the markets. Mm-hmm. About 40% of the trading in stocks today are done in dark pools, where, as you know, there are restrictions, of course. They're not basically making bid and offers. They're not clearly available. Mm-hmm. Some people have railed against this, saying the market's become too fragmented, too difficult to operate in. What's your viewpoint on that?
So let me take a step back. My viewpoint on the equity market is we have to understand that there's a lot of different aspects of the equity market. The large cap stocks trade much differently from the mid cap and small cap stocks. So a conclusion like that one about where trading takes place and whether it's efficient or not may be different for a large cap stock versus a medium cap or small cap stock.
Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and stop. He kind of missed the part, or I'm going to go over the part that's the most important. So he's talking about some of the inefficiencies of the bond market. And to be honest, the stock market too is pretty inefficient compared to fees, trading, and things that are being done. And he doesn't want to say this, but my personal opinion, and like I said, I'll let you guys be open, but it's all inefficient compared to cryptocurrencies. And what a cryptocurrency does is it eliminates the reason why the bond market, for example, doesn't want to become electronic is because there's brokers, there's middlemen that are making fees off these stupid bonds. And that's why you have, I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, but that's why you have a company like PIMCO. I don't know if you guys know about this, and maybe I'll educate you. They're the largest broker of bonds. And believe it or not, they're located where I live in Newport Beach. And I actually grew up with some of these kids that their families were the founders, and they are retardedly rich. When I say retardedly rich, like they have a fucking ice, I just dropped an F-bomb, so I guess I might get flagged for this, but they have an ice ring. Yes, they have like a hockey ring in their house. And what do? Broker bonds. And that's my biggest issue with securities in the US, is that there's a huge middleman, and this isn't just in the US, I'm sure it's with other equity markets. With cryptos, because everything is becoming digitalized and decentralized, all of that is going away. And a clear example of this is like Zillow. You used to have to give 3% to a real estate agent, which is, what is that? If you bought $1 million property, you had to give them basically 30 grand to just go show you homes, when now everything's on the internet. You can go look at the pictures, you can go look at the data, there's no need now to pay this middleman. I mean, you can save the money if you really want to, and there's agents now that will take 1%. And that's basically what crypto is. So provide you guys' counter arguments. Like I said, I'm probably being a crypto optimist, and I'm sure there's great counter arguments that you want to bring up, but there's major parasites in our financial system, and I do really feel like it's going to take a while, but cryptocurrencies are going to make these parasites not go away. They're just going to be more efficient parasites. They're going to have to take less and be more efficient. But let me know what you guys think about this, and I will talk to you guys soon.